Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today, as usual, on Wednesday, we will go to the love reading, and this is gonna be love reading number 65. It is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so love. June is really good month. Sorry guys, I just put my cushions behind me so it looks better. Okay, so June is very good month because Mars is Leo and Venus gonna move to Leo on the 5th of June, and we analyze this in the monthly reading already. So if you're new to the channel, please go to the playlist and find the monthly and the month and years readings and watch about June. But I will brief it today before we do the reading. So Leo is fire sign, so it's very compatible with us. Mars is also fire energy. It's also about, exploring. It's about moving. It's about experiencing, taking actions. It's very similar to Aries energy, pioneers, adventurers, curious about things. And Venus also, the partner of Mars. So when they in Leo together, they create that passion. Especially passion is something Leo's really interested. So if any one of you have Leo in the chart, watch out for a month of, fiery and exciting new experiences. Now, the only thing that I see here is, so before Venus moving into Leo, she will have to transit through the positions of opposition against Pluto for 1 or 2 days. It's kind of like sending you the notice, the notice of what needs to be upgraded, not what needs to be changed. Because Venus is about refined qualities, upgrading your life, and here is about your emotion, your love life. So if you in the existing relationship, it's time that the couple, the pair, needs to work with each other to create something new experience. Because it's all about experiences. Without experiences, you will see the love. At one time, you believe it's love, but then it's dying, it's fading. Everything is about experiences. Until you find yourself at the level of, on the spiritual path together, and then you will find the higher love. But for now, because it's the matrix playing with us, so we will kind of like have to understand what the matrix asks you. So the divine want to experience, so God want to experience life through you. So you actually God, you actually the universe. So to allow you to co-create with the universe, all you need to do about this is actually the easiest task ever. Just play. Dating, action, whatever you want it, as long as you find it fun, as long as you find that is what your soul desire, that's what your heart longing for. This is the time. And if you kind of like the motor of someone, you got that visualization, the vision in your mind for so long, it's time to also to kind of like put it out there through the energy of your desire, of your thought. Even ask for it. Pray out loud about, please send me someone like this, like that. Try it, you will see. Because this matrix is about people getting together, like mix up the crowd, stay out of the old restrictions of the old belief system, all the crap things that we went through in the old cycle. Mix it up and find something new. Or recreate something new on the foundations of what we already had. So this applied in every aspect. not just love. But because we're doing the love reading today, so we focus on the terms love. And hopefully that people will find love, because this is very, very good time. Now on the 5th of June, of course, Venus is gonna opposite Pluto for 1 or 2 days, so watch out for some sort of like the signals from the universe to ask you to change something, because you need that readjustment of your mentality to allow the new experiences to match with your manifestation. On the 5th of June, we have Mercury Mercury conjunct with Uranus. It's also create the energies of, revolution, changing almost 360 degrees of your life upside down. Of course, it's positive or negative, but the thing is, even if something appears negative, but it's actually always for you. So that's why we need to also, the second skill of how to get the matrix to work for us is, anything happens to us, we will look with a positive vibe. And the only way to look with a positive vibe is by looking on the higher perspective on things, to see, okay, so that is the bad thing in your opinion, but what is the good thing about this? So we always ask that question with anything happening, because because when we do it, we allow ourselves to stay on the higher frequency. And when you're on the higher frequency, your health is good, first of all, your understanding's getting deeper, and also you attract more and more good things. And stay away from the lower vibration, just by to answer that question. So what I'm seeing here is, there will be a lot of like spicy time period, spicy with the positive meaning, right? So it's like exciting, spicy, passion. Very, very much like Leo, the way of Leo, romanticisms, physical action, attraction. But on the big picture, next month, Venus will retrograde for 3 weeks, starting from the 22nd of July. So when we play the matrix, we have to see a little bit 2 steps in advance to know what is that going on. It's the poem I gave you yesterday. So if we zoom in, we just live with that, with what's happening around us. It's difficult to see through things, and difficult to be in the control of the game. So when Venus retrograde next month for 3 weeks until I think I can't remember, right? I think it's not more than 3 weeks. I will check it out. But when Venus retrograde, it indicates that things need to be re-evaluated. So the playful energies that we are heading into, it gives you a lot of joy, happiness, even love, fulfillment. So I wish the best of luck to the collective for that. However, when we play and joy, we have to be strategic about always remember what is that we are sick for. If that's just the experiences of excitement, then we treat it as an excitement. But if was some sort of experiments along the way we exploring this, and some experiences you find it sustainable, the potential, it can be futuristic to serve the path that you're rolling, the new adventure that you're rolling, then you start to build something, but not burn all of what you got. Gradually, because we remember that July is gonna go retrograde, reevaluate. So if you throw everything in straight away, if you see what I mean, make the decision, we fall into the old patterns. And when we fall in the old patterns of the matrix, and we realize, oh, hang on, it's a test to see that if you still jump right in something. Now that is the trick of how we treat the matrix. And this is actually collaborate with the universe, the co-work with the universe to create something more fruitful, something more intelligent. The Sun in Gemini is about how you deal with things on the intelligence level. So if we can keep in mind that, then when by the time Venus retrograde, and also Venus will square with Uranus 3 times in July, a lot of things will kind of like needs to be replaced, every aspect of life. But we talk about love now, so a lot of things about your love situations need to be readjusted. So we don't want that we created now, and then we have to go and readjust and reevaluate again if we had known things in advance. So that's what I want people to remember. And now let's go to the cards and we will see what spirits have for us. Okay, so love reading number 65. As usual, we will go to the oracle cards first to see what we have. I will pull one card from the love oracles and then we go to tarot, and I will do the full Celtic spread. If you are interested in the course of learning how to align with your higher self, or if you want to donate, please find the donate buttons and the informations in the description box. Okay, now love reading number 65. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you guided to take. Okay, so that's all we got, right? Maybe I pull another card, but let's see what card we use, because I want to make it look a little bit nicer over there in that corner. So let's go with the Starboard Astral. One more card for the Starboard Astral to see what we have. Love reading number 65. Okay, now we have the 6th house sustainability, but it's number 44. I don't know why, but they draw the image of the 7th chakra, and the 6th house, I feeling like it's the 6th chakra here rather than the 6th house. But it's the sense of new beginnings, it's a sense of new foundations, it's a sense of soulmates. So I feel love flying around with this type of energy, like the 4 of Wands. So let's go to the tarot and we will see. Okay, so love reading number 65. What we are expecting with this 6th house sustainability, it actually, June is actually good in general. Everything in June, because it's all about enjoy, the open energy. It's easier to talk to people. It's easier to exchange informations, upgrading the old things, or gaining new experiences. And the not the 9th house, and Leo, because the majority will happening in Leo and Taurus. So Taurus is 6th house purposes. It's fixed. Whatever we do, we need to find the purpose, the higher self purpose. This is what I'm talking about. not your egoistic purpose, because your people will think, okay, purpose, I just want famous, I want to be rich. No, it doesn't work like that. Your higher self purpose, because if it's you aligned with your divine plan, everything's been arranged there. You don't have to do anything. You just need to follow the footsteps of where you guided. Love the same, because we're doing the love reading. So if you align with your higher self purpose, the right person will be sent to you to support you and accompany you through this spiritual journey, because we are on the spiritual journey through lives. So that is Taurus, that's 6th house. Now Leo is actually the 9th house. So Venus in the 9th house, a lot of travel gonna involved. So you might meet your partner somewhere when you're traveling, going out, for example. A lot of studying, or like you're gonna complete the things that you always wanted to do, but you never finished it. So this is a nice house about. It's kind of like give you the new foundations, or the stable foundation. Okay, so sorry about my all over the place speech. Now let's go to the tarot. Quick and fast. We have Page of Cups. Overall energy, we have the Page of Cups. Challenge, we have the Towers. The recent past, you have the Page of Swords. I don't know why it's reversed, but we can keep it that way. We have the Fool, new beginning. Your mentality, you have Knight of Wands. Is this amazing? Someone coming toward you. I can see it. But coming toward you is the Nine of Wands, closing the past, leaving the situation. Oh, that's why the Tower is in challenge, guys. So there's something going on here with people from the past that I can see. Wow, love. Definitely. It has to be. If anyone wants to look for love, please utilize the energies of June. The overall, the outcome energies, we have the Four of Swords. Okay. There is something that people have to watch out for with the old energy that I can see here. You don't need to, actually you don't meet this person, or you don't talk directly face to face with this person, but there's a spiritual or the bond connected somewhere. It's not something about karmic, but it can be a karmic thing, but it's like the old karmic type. It's still there. So I hear something like saying that you are naive to just allow people to keep going on about things, because they don't serve your highest good. That's the problem. So whatever the people trying to get back to you for no valid reasons, then you have to think about it and remove it, because that's the Two of Swords here is about. Okay, so let's clarify this reading. I will try to do it quick, so we don't have the too long videos, because sometimes I find the video too long. It's like 40-50 minutes. Can't have it. Okay, so Page of Cups. Now, clarified by the Queen of Swords. There you go. So someone, now this is the sense of Venus stir up the urge of, finding the soulmate or get together, and it opposite Pluto through the ways transitioning into through Leo, and someone will trying to get back to you, and kind of like making a friendly conversation. or even want to kind of offer you something as a gesture, but something kind of like very small. This is emotion things. This is not a gift, or it's not it's like an apologies or some sort of like misled information. So watch out for that. I can see it here, because this person in the recent past, the Page of Swords in reverse energy here. So this person's been closed or shut down by you, or been closed down by some reasons, whatever it is, can be. For example, their phone's broken, or their internet lost, or they lost their phone or something like that, right? It doesn't matter. The main point is someone in the recent past trying to, see the person that tests the water and fishing you. That's the same energy here. And they were still trying to get back and pretend that they don't understand and know nothing about this. So they can be the innocent fakes. It's like a clown. If you think about the clown, how they acting in the circus, right? It doesn't matter what people laugh or cry or angry, they still smile. That type of energy that I can see here. But you're not interested in that, and you're gonna be very upfront and kind of like make a final declarations, or take an action. And that is really, really good. Okay, so we have the Justice jump out for the Towers. So the challenge here is, the Tower can be literally a physical place, like a house, a home, if you share with someone, and the Justice is the patterns, the challenge of the patterns, to see if you see the patterns of yourself. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, I hear what Spirit telling me to tell you, right? So Spirits want you to know something. You look at the situation as the situation appears to you. And you confuse and you let the situations stay or develop for too long, because you always allow yourself to engage in what people are telling you, or how they make the situations appears like. Meanwhile, it wasn't. Does it make sense? Like my poem yesterday, you were zoom in the things around you and engage in that. That's why you stuck in the situation. Meanwhile, you don't have to. So this is the challenge of, if you can pull yourself out and look from the outside in. Imagine if you tell me your story now. The way I perceive your situation will be different from the way you perceive your situation, because I might say, so why you stay in that place? Because you don't have money. Let's say that, right? Then you answer me, you say, because I don't have money. And I say, well, but the way I look at it, it's not about money. If you see what I mean. Because it can be any other ways that you can go somewhere, or split out of that, or sell the place, get the money, or it will never be one situation. It will be never the direct reasons of what you say is the solution. Any situation works the same. I call that patterns. That's why I say the patterns hidden in the side. That's why you have to detect it. The solution is always goes with the problem. So your problem is the money, right? You have to dig around it to see, okay, so what is the solutions go with it? Lack of money. Because that lack of money will lead you to where you're supposed to go. If you understand what I see now. Now that's how you solve the matrix. So, sorry guys, but I just, again, I cannot help myself. I just have to go with what I'm meant to say. So this is, but don't worry, because the Queen of Swords is you will make up your mind and finally take that action. And guess what? The love is waiting for you right here. So the Page of Swords, now let's see. So the Page of Swords, something happened in the recent past. They kind of like being blocked, or they kind of like not even want to talk to you, or they will retreat, or whatever it is. But guess what? It's a divine timing. It's a divine planning. Things happen for you. So they meant to step back or retreat, or just like giving you space. So they kind of stay away from you in the recent past, because the judgment is here. It's also saying that you got a lot of protections going on. Angels, your spirit guides, your guide team, whatever it is, but they arrange the event. So something happened. There's something happened, like an event or something like that, to split the people, or to kind of like to temporarily move them away from you, or move you away from them. The reason why it happens because you are in the energies of the Fool. This is where you're supposed to go, and this is what you're supposed to do. So let's see the Fool. The Fool is clarified by the stars. Wow. Right at the moment that you feel, because remember that we are from the old map stepping into the new map. So the events can be quite eventful, like, series of events, or something quite big, major events. Something happened. The communications being cut off, removed. People die, for example. A lot of things. But you meant to go forward. You meant to take your journey, because it's time for you to take over. And then you will realize that all the souls been designed to help each other, even when they are the bad one. You will, in turn, in time, you will become the bad one. Because if you don't learn the dark, you can't be the light. So we all have to learn it. But the difference is, if you have the healing soul, the angelic soul, even when you play the villain roles, you're still very merciful, and you're still very, how I say, kind of like academic way, rather than, evil. That kind of sense. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, this is a good news. The King of Swords, clarified by the King of Swords. It's someone coming toward you. Because then this is actually your soulmate. Guess what? You are the Queen of Swords. But they're waiting for you to, well, even they don't know you yet, right? But what I see here is the patterns you created along the years when you unconsciously making decisions. It can be consciously or unconsciously, but you're not aware of 100%, like what I analyze now for you. So the pattern here is you allow people to manipulate you, or you allow yourself to choose the people that your shadow were desperate for. Someone to lean on, or someone to kind of like give you a hug and a shelter, because it's a codependency, for example. We all go through that process, and it's created so you can get the experience. So there's nothing to be ashamed about. Everyone's have to go through the same patterns of the shadow works, to allow them to look for what so they know what they're looking for more exactly. Now the good thing is there's someone coming toward you. Now this is a fire sign. It can be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, and it can be also an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Whoever it is, but this person, I need one card for this, right? Okay, I will come back after the whole things, because I want to see the connection between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. This person is a kind of like give you the how I say, the surprises, because you never expected to meet a person like that. But it only happens after you understand why things kept happening the way it happened to you, and found that patterns and remove it. And that is when this King of Swords or the Knight of Wands appears and coming toward you. But it's not far away, or at least this is the manifestation, the vision that you have in your mind. By the time you have that kind of feeling of someone, how it looks like, it's a time that you're about to bump into them somehow. Now the Knight of Wands, let's see. Next one, the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Good news is you will close everything of the past that you now understand why you should make decisions, and change your ideology, the way you think, the way you view things. So that is very, very good to happen. And guess what? By giving yourself the freedoms, the independence, reclaim your throne and powers, you were heading toward love here. So the Eight of Cups clarified by the Two of Wands. I think this is the lessons about trusting, and also, and you realize that by forgiving yourself and giving yourself chances to recorrect or to rebuild a life is actually the best thing that you ever done for yourself. But by the time you allow yourself to move forward, you also learn another thing about yourself, that it's actually quite popular, easy decision. So why it took you so long to do it? So that's what the Two of Wands about. Suddenly you realize that, hang on, so why it took me so long to come to this? If I had known this, now this is when you start to understand, oh, experiences. It's all about experiences. And everyone meant to learn it through their own perception. There's no wrong, no right, but the patterns is where you need to gain. And because of that, you got love. Ace of Cups clarified by Ten of Pentacles. Um, you know, this is like the table turns for people. This type of energy, it's like you got everything at the same time. Everything just flowing. Because what I see here is, it's so simple, but it's not. What I see here is, you learn the whole life just for this. Very soon you will recognize it. The whole lifetime. Doesn't matter you 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, doesn't matter. If you resonate with this energy, then you will understand why I say that. So you learn the whole life to understand that, oh, so it turns out that we don't actually have to do anything. We just have to respect our feeling and love ourselves more. And then we get everything. That is very, very deep and really, really worth taking in. So if you are younger people and hear what I'm saying, please take it serious, because it is what it is. It is exactly how it's gonna work. It turns out that to play this matrix, people don't have to do anything. You only need to learn about patterns. The patterns about yourself, about things around you, and how it reflects from your decision or your feeling, your mentality. And then you adjust that patterns toward the feeling of desire. What makes you happy or satisfied? And when you understand that, what patterns make you happy, and you stick to it, things just happen somehow, naturally, to put you to the next stage of the plan that you created. Because the fact is, you knew the plan. You co-designed the plan with your counselor. Of course, we have the counselors, right? The people advise you to make the plan before we got into Earth. But to learn and to experience things, so make sure that everything brand new, we have to forget things. That's why my poem the last sentence was about only the lost wisdoms can make the whole of you. Now, the Two of Swords is clarified by the Four of Cups. The time of, feeling low energies, feeling, how I say, it's like the waiting time is over. Because it's kind of like reverse. So you're stepping into the time that you're moving forward and open up your heart. Okay, now the Four of Swords, the last one, before we come back to the King of Swords. Let's see, the Four of Swords. Clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Perfect. So, the outcome energy is the Four of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles. You transcend all that smothering, or you transcend anything that not love into something that you're feeling like the heaven on earth for yourself, because now you understand and you stay on your own power and embrace your own feeling and happiness, because that's the Nine of Pentacles about. And it's also about the thriving of your own emotion. You promote it, and that's why you start to attract love. Okay, so now what I see here, I don't see people wanna meet their soulmate yet, right? But there is the kind of like the arrangement, getting close to that moment. So I want to see the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Here, I'll just put them together. I want to see what is the further message that we might able to ask from spirits. So spirits, please show me the connection between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Anything that we can know about it. So the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords is the Page of Cups. That's interesting. That's is a I don't want to pull another card, but I can now confirm the story we had actually was 100% the way that I explained, because the Page of Cups is someone trying to kind of like flatter you or say things to kind of like the belief, like someone trying to play the old trick. Old trick that you are just getting bored and tired with it. And spirits say that until you sort out the situation with this person, and then you can meet this soulmate. But this soulmate is being prepared. So they've been stepping into the divine planning, and that's why you got the urge of getting out of the situation. Okay, guys, so we don't get further information because spirits say that's enough. But I hope everyone's doing well and get ready for new adventures with a lot of love, excitement. For now, please find the information of the course and the donate button in the description box if you would like to donate. And thank you, and I will see you next one. Bye bye.